Hi everyone, this is CS Sara Jain, and today I'm talking about the Startup India initiative or the scheme by the Indian government. So first, what we should know about the Startup India scheme is your company is eligible to be registered in a Startup India. So the first thing you need to check is your company age, like how long your company has been incorporated. So in Startup India, only companies which has been incorporated in last 10 years are accepted for registration and are eligible for registration. Next thing that you want to check or you have to check is the company type. Now, what sort of corporate entity you have? You have it as a private limited, you have it as a LLP, or a registered partnership firm. Only partnership firm won't work. It has to be registered with the registrar under Indian Partnership Act. Then after that you have to check the annual turnover. The turnover should not be exceeding rupees 100 crore, because if it is exceeding 100 crore it doesn't need that much of investment, it's already at that age. So Startup India initiative is for the companies who have a annual turnover of less than 100 crore in a financial year since incorporation. Then it has to be a original entity. What does that mean? Is that it shouldn't be built out of some mergers and amalgamation or out of some splitting of the companies, like how you split one unit of the company from the another. It shouldn't be like that. It should become like it should be an original entity, not the one who has been splitted or amalgamated. And the most important thing, there has to be something innovative and scalable. Like just you go for registering a common homogeneous product is something may not be acceptable. The idea must be innovative and scalable. Although right now the government is not pushing a lot of pressure on innovation and scalability, even if you fulfill the other conditions, there are 95% chances that you will get Startup India registration certificate easily. Any professional you go, they might ask you that do you have a pitch deck or do you have a website, because they ask for either of them. If you have a website, it's well and good, it is very easy, the process becomes easy. And if you don't have a website, you need to go for a pitch deck. If your professional makes it, then good and well. If he doesn't make it, then go to another person for the pitch deck. There are many professionals who don't have this knowledge, but if you make an application without a pitch deck, then later on when you go for the investment, it will really affect your investment decisions, because you don't because when you got the certificate, there was no a perfect presentation for your Startup India registration. Now, other than being the eligibility, we need to understand why to even take Startup India registration. Because whenever you go for Startup India registration, a professional charges you around 4,000, 4,500, or some people even ask for 5,000, 5,500 something, almost. With the pitch deck or without pitch deck, the prices goes like this. So you need to understand that is your company even need a Startup India registration? Is there even a need for that? So yeah, the most important benefit for Startup India registration is exemption in capital gain of asset sale. Whenever you are doing an asset sale, you can get the capital tax exemption. If only if you are registered under Startup India scheme. Then another one is the lower tax rate. Like normally on a company there is a 25% tax rate, and on a LLP or a partnership firm there is around 30% slab rate. So the slab rate will reduce to almost 15% if you are registered under Startup India. Then you can do a self declaration in various labor laws. So there is a thing that labor laws comes like ESIPF. So in those you can self-declare. Either there is a thing that you have to get it declared by any professional, but if you are registered under Startup India scheme, then you can give your self-declaration under the labor laws. Then you get a rebate in trademark, patent and copyrights. See, trademark, patent and copyrights ka government fees are very high. Like for trademark, normally it is 4,500 for the proprietorships and 9,000 for companies or LLP or any body corporate you are going for. Unless you don't put Udyam Aadhar, then it is 9,000. So you can get a rebate in the government fees of the all this IPR rights. Then there is a GEM tender. There is a site of GEM which is by the government. So all the tenders which are coming up in the upcoming times are coming on the GEM. Okay, so you can get an exemption in the EMD. Now what is EMD? EMD is earnest money deposit. तो कभी भी ऐसा होता है कि अगर आप कोई भी गवर्नमेंट का टेंडर ले रहे हो तो आपको गवर्नमेंट को कोई ना कोई अर्नेस्ट मनी डिपॉजिट करनी पड़ती है. बट अगर आप स्टार्टअप इंडिया में रजिस्टर्ड हो तो आपको अर्नेस्ट मनी डिपॉजिशन पे एग्जेम्पशन मिल सकता है. इसके अलावा आपको प्रायोरिटी मिलेगी इन द गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स. जितनी भी गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स है, सो नॉर्मली जब भी कोई भी गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम आती है या कोई भी गवर्नमेंट ऑफर निकालती है तो वो इस तरीके से होता है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल रोड बनानी है तो इस तरीके से होगा. कोई भी कंपनी जो कि पिछले 10 साल से रोड बना रही है, बट आफ्टर यू गेट रजिस्टर्ड अंडर स्टार्टअप इंडिया देयर इज़ अ लाइन रिटन कि कोई भी कंपनी जो पिछले 10 साल से रोड बना रही है या फिर वो स्टार्टअप इंडिया में रजिस्टर्ड है. सो यू हैव टू लुक टू द बोथ द वेज कि अगर आपका गवर्नमेंट टेंडर से रिलेटेड वर्क है या आपको टैक्स में एग्जेम्पशन चाहिए या आप इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स के लिए जा रहे हो, तो ये सब केसेस जो हैं जो कि मोस्टली हमारे साथ प्रिवेल करते हैं, तो ही आपको ज़रूरत है स्टार्टअप इंडिया रजिस्ट्रेशन लेने की. अगर आप ये एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया पूरा नहीं करते या आपको इन बेनिफिट्स की ज़रूरत नहीं है तो फिर आपको स्टार्टअप इंडिया स्कीम से बेनिफिट लेने का कुछ आपको मतलब नहीं है. आप फालतू में इतना एक्सपेंडिचर करोगे जस्ट टू टेक द सर्टिफिकेट. आई ऑल्सो कम अक्रॉस टू अ लॉट ऑफ क्लाइंट्स कि मैम हमने सुना है स्टार्टअप इंडिया स्कीम करके आई है तो आप कुछ इन्वेस्टमेंट दिला दोगे क्या. अगर कोई भी प्रोफेशनल प्रॉमिस ये करता है कि स्कीम आई है एंड आई प्रॉमिस यू कि मैं आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट दिला दूंगा, सो दिस इज़ रबिश. बिकॉज कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट इस वजह से नहीं होगा कि आप एक स्कीम में रजिस्टर हो गए. कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर आपको मिलता है तो वो आपकी काबिलियत की वजह से मिलता है. इफ़ योर बिजनेस इज़ ग्रोइंग, योर बिजनेस हैज़ दैट मच ऑफ पोटेंशियल, डेफिनेटली आप चाहे स्टार्टअप इंडिया के थ्रू इनक्यूबेटर्स, एक्सेलरेटर्स के पास जाओ, इन्वेस्टर्स के पास जाओ या फिर आप डायरेक्टली जाओ, आपके स्टार्टअप को इन्वेस्टमेंट मिलेगा. बट जस्ट इन केस कि कोई प्रोफेशनल ये कह रहा है कि आप रजिस्टर करा लो फिर इन्वेस्टमेंट ईजी हो जाएगा, दिस इज़ नॉट द राइट थिंग. So I hope you understood about the Startup India registration scheme, and once you apply for the Startup India registration scheme, वैसे मैक्सिमम टाइम 7 days का होता है, बट 2 दिन के अंदर अंदर भी सर्टिफिकेट आ जाता है and then you can start availing your benefits. Thank you.